So Jen, it looks like it's just you and I right now, so we'll give it about another minute. We'll see if someone else is going to join us. Does that sound good?
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh. How's the weather up there in Spokane?
Oh, it's so nice right now.
Is it?
Up in
Bet
the
you it's
80s
not as
and
nice
90s.
as it is here on the Oregon coast.
We're 80s and 90s right now. 85 to 90.
Oh, that is very nice. That's nice. It's in the like low 60s here, and sometimes sun and sometimes not. Looks like we've got someone that just joined us, so that's cool. We'll give it another minute for anybody else that might want to join us.
Okay.
But welcome, Connor.
I actually think I have an appointment with Connor tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. So this. I got a question. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're doing a virtual appointment.
Okay, cool. Well, Connor gets a very special presentation today, so we'll I'll get things rolling here, and if somebody joins us, we'll just watch for that. So my name is Eric, and I am down in Lincoln City on the beautiful Oregon coast, where our motto at Adair Homes on the Oregon coast is built for the beach. And that's because Adair Homes builds according to the area, not just kind of like a one size fits all, which I think is very important to know, because Jen, up where you're at, you have a lot of snow, right?
Yes, I do. So I take care of Spokane and northern Idaho, but I also take care of, like, Connor is down in the Yakima Valley area, rural city. So I also right now I'm working with part of central Washington.
So your homes have different snow loads than my homes.
Yeah, snow loads, frost steps, high wind.
Cool.
Through central Washington.
All right, well, that's important to know. And here on the coast, we have to do a lot of anti-corrosive features, which we simply include with the house, and other builders charge extra for. So that is a very nice thing, if I say so myself. Another nice thing, Jen, is this limited time 4.875% loan through Adair Financial Services. Do you want to bring anything up about that?
You know, it's just a great offer when you calculate, like on the mortgage calculators out there, how much you're actually saving. I mean, you're really saving $1,000, $1,500 a month because of this promotion, and the savings over 30 years is spectacular.
Or you get better buying power. I mean, like that kind of interest rate allows you to have, I mean, in some cases, an extra 75, maybe $100,000. And what you can do with that is, I'm sure you can come up with plenty of ideas. So I just like to point that out here, that this is a limited time offer. Now, one thing that's a little different about the coast than what you're doing up there, Jen, is we have something called site services. And that means that we manage all of the site development for people now. We're kind of in a trial run with that. It seems to be working well. I hope it makes it up your area. But we finish off your concrete, we handle your decking now, and we manage all of the people that have to do all of this stuff. We even do permitting. We even do your permits for you. So it's kind of a nice program, but we had to pilot it somewhere. So we thought, well, this is a good area to do it. Going back here, one thing that I think everybody should watch for is make sure that you are going to the build area that you need. So here I am in Lincoln County, right, in Oregon. And Jen, you're up here, right?
Yep.
And you are over in this area?
I'm in the inland Northwest and central Washington.
Okay. So I guess Connor would be then doing this here?
Yep.
Okay, well then, there we have it. So I'm gonna go back to my area here. And I'm on the coast and I'm in Lincoln County. So uh, and that will reset what you need to know about that particular area. You can go through the different tabs here. One nice little thing that I like is there's a quick or a shortcut through, like, one level or two level, larger homes, that sort of thing. Even style of home, like that will get you quicker to certain things. So keep that in mind when you're looking around. So for instance, today we are going to be talking about a home that I worked on here on the Oregon coast in Tillamook, neat little farming area called the Winchester. And it starts here. It's about 1557 square feet. And it is an awesome one level with split living. I don't know, do you guys do much of this home up in your area, Jen?
This home is a favorite. And I was going to mention, because we had a couple more people join, that
Oh, welcome everybody. I didn't know that.
if you guys have any questions, enter them through the Q&A questions. They show up faster than the chat. So if any questions come up throughout the course of this, go ahead and drop them in the questions and answers, and I'll pay attention to that.
Great, thanks, Jen. So what we're looking at is the Winchester. I sell a lot of these homes here on the coast because folks want to maybe have guests, but they want them on that side of the house and they want their own side. We've done them with basements, which is absolutely a possibility. And in the case of the home that we're going to watch the video on, it's highly modifiable is a good word to use, meaning we can move garage, we can move walls. Well, actually, Jen, all of our homes are modifiable, aren't they?
Yes, they are. You can make some small changes to any of the floor plans to fit your property.
Or if you're me and you drive drafting crazy, I make all changes because we can do it. And that's what's great. You're not stuck with what you see on our website. If you like a little bit of this and a little bit of that one, we can even do custom.
Yes.
Do you do custom, Jen?
We do custom homes, and we do a lot of like the reverse vaults and patio covers for the view lots.
Yep. We have to do a lot of custom homes because well, the coast has a lot of unusual lots. So, but again, this home isn't custom, but it's definitely modified. So I'll go through that as well. But you'll notice when you look at our homes, there's different exteriors, right? So the Traditions is a big one here on the coast because it has kind of a mix of styles. Craftsman, always nice. Farmhouse is one of my faves. I just think it always looks kind of cool. And then a Riata, those are sometimes shed roofs or hip roofs, like a lower profile hip roof. I actually like the modern homes. Jen, what do you think?
I love the modern homes. This one actually looks good in all of them.
I agree. So when you're looking here, you'll notice that the Riata has a little information, the farmhouse a little different, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, some extra photos of different homes that we've done. And I think that it's important to point out that starting prices are just that, and that's why it's a great reason to meet with someone like myself or Jen, depending on where you're at, so that we can go through all that. Do you want to just briefly touch on that, Jen? Our initial meetings?
The initial meetings, we kind of go through the floor plans with you guys. And look for the floor plan that gives you the most of what you're looking for. And then if it's missing just a couple things, we are here to kind of help you figure out how to maybe put those things on, like a third car bay or a pantry, things like that. The HOCs, we reach out to each other to get ideas, we brainstorm with you to get ideas. The biggest thing is finding the home that gives you the amount of bedrooms and the most amount of options that you're looking for.
For sure. So I'm going to pull up the floor plan that I used to develop the Winchester for our customers in Tillamook on a very interesting lot. And I'll talk about that too. But essentially, this home, normally the garage would be here going into a utility room, nice size primary, again, bathroom, walk-in closet, nice open space here for entertaining, island. I actually like the kitchen here. I know that we've got another model that you can reverse the living, so that's an option as well.
Right, the picture that comes up on the Adair website shows the kitchen.
Yep.
And the dining room, where the great room and the dining room is, and then the great room comes to the front, but that kind of gives you an idea of some of the customizations we can do.
So what we had to do is this. So I created a hallway here, okay, into the garage. And that was necessary because we wanted to keep the house kind of tight up against the hillside. And we wanted access from the garage. And so drafting came up with this great idea from just a few conversations with the clients. Also, we added an extra window here. And when you see the video, you'll know why. And we added a picture window here. And sometimes people don't want them to open. They want a fixed, or what we used to call picture windows, right? And that's what we did here because the winds are coming in. So that's fine. Everybody wants something a little different. And we can accommodate that. Does anybody have any questions on how we get to this? Because I think Jen has a really good explanation for it. She likes talking about redlining.
So with the red lines, I do like it. So this is where we do sit down with you guys and really look at the lot, what's going to fit that. And you can kind of see he moved the garage from coming in at the utility space and then created a hallway by moving the bedroom closets around and also by changing up the linen closet. So those are the kind of customizations that we can work with you guys on to really make our houses your home.
That's a nice way to put it. We even threw in an extra closet right here just to do it. And we added a utility sink to the utility room, put a little window in here just because. And well, when you see the deck, it wasn't quite done, but it's in the video. It's a clever arrangement. Okay. So Jen, do you want to move to the video?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Well, I'll do.
You can ask questions throughout this. I'll be paying attention to see if any questions pop up.
Sure, of course. So obviously the landscaping wasn't done yet, but we wanted to get in there and get this taken care of. So this is in Tillamook and just a lovely couple to work with. So when you're walking in to a Winchester, again, I like this version just because it's so open. And I like walking up to the bar here. There are options, right, Jen, with the bar?
Absolutely. You guys completely do a flat island. If you prefer the flat island, we can move the sink over by that front window. If you wanted to move the sink over there and then just specifically use that island for entertaining. There's also enough room actually in there to make that island even a little bit longer and a little bit wider. If in some areas you want that to become like your centerpiece.
But
I'm actually seeing more and more people ask for the islands that kind of become the dining room table. You know,
yes, for sure. I like this because, my gosh, look at all the counter space.
yeah.
How many times do people like, I need counter space? And this is great. But I mean, you could have a lot of people in here and not be, bumping around. So I also like the color scheme that they did. It's definitely got a modern kind of kick to it. But you know what's cool, Jen?
What's cool?
What's cool is almost all of this is standard features, meaning it comes with the house. You don't pay extra, which I think is amazing. I think they did a great job. So this is the hallway that we did. And the flooring here, that was an upgrade. They did upgrade to a hard surface floor. And I like the deep windows. Definitely adds light. And when you have mountain views like this home, you know, maybe consider adding a few or making them a little bigger.
I think this house is just such a nice depiction of what standards are, like the 6-panel door right there is standard. And
I know. And these, by the way, these showers, the all-in-one, they can be easily upgraded to just a fiberglass shower if you'd like, or we do a lot of tile, don't we?
Yep, absolutely. I've even had somebody upgrade to a garden tub with the tile walls.
Oh, neat. Very cool.
Have
Yeah.
a soaking tub with the tile surround.
The Emser tile company that we use is just phenomenal. I tell people, you know what, when it's time for that, have some tea, sit down, whatever your drink is, and just go down the rabbit hole with Emser, because you're gonna have a good time. So like I was saying, the flooring is an upgrade, but everything else you're seeing here is standard features, which I just think is awesome. We do a really good job with that. So here's the utility room. This is what we did with it. So we'll have the washer and dryer area, and then we have the utility sink. The furnace was put in there. It's a kind of an all-in-one use. I think it's great. And then the master bedroom, or what we call the primary. This is where we added that picture window for obvious reasons. Just a stunning location. And that's actually standard carpet, by the way. So anybody have any questions on standard features, or would you like us just to go through what is standard? So in this particular home, the cabinets, which are considered standard, are still custom because we have our cabinets made in our sister company in Washington individually for each home we build. So we don't run to a store and you know, pick something up and throw it in there. They're built for each home, which I think is great, which offers what, Jen? Just anything they want, or do we have some options? Oh, look at that deck. Look at that deck. Now, one thing that's cool about the coast, and I'm just going to say it here, we do decks, we do all of your concrete, we can handle all of it. We're kind of like an all-in-one kind of one-stop shop. So make sure if you do make an appointment with us here on the coast, you ask all those questions too, because we definitely can.
Other markets are moving that direction, but we are not there yet. So currently, excavation, any exterior flat work in the other markets, that would be something that is part of a site development budget. We're not quite where the coast is yet.
You will be. You will be. I'm just going to slow this down and let it run in the background. Okay, Jen, is that cool?
That sounds good.
So what I was talking about was standard features. We paint the inside and the outside of your home, and there's a lot of options for the exterior. So feel free to choose something kind of fun. If you're in an HOA, they may let you do a little less. That's okay. So Jen, do you build in a lot of HOAs up there?
We do, but they more dictate the exterior, having rock that's similar to the region and certain natural tones of paint on the exterior, you know.
We definitely have a lot of HOAs here, and sometimes they dictate very strange things like height, which we adapt homes to. And we're fine working with HOAs. We're in most of them here on the coast. So other standard features are going to be, like I said, cabinets, stained cabinets. They're beige, and there are, I believe, 7 stain colors now. Correct, Jen?
That is correct. Anywhere from your natural stain to this almost black stain.
Ooh, it looks so good.
It does. It's good up against the stainless steel appliance.
Absolutely. We do also do painted cabinets. In my Adair home, I did black. Nobody's too surprised with if you know me, why I did black, and it's just beautiful, right? Other standard features are sheet vinyl in wet rooms or kitchen. And don't poo-poo that word, sheet vinyl, because we have crazy good options there. But we can always upgrade to luxury vinyl, right, Jen?
Yeah.
Laminates, lots of laminates to choose from. And then carpet, gosh, there's a lot to choose from. I know a lot of people like a little bit thicker pile maybe in their bedroom, right?
Oh, yeah. We're in cold climate.
Oh,
We want it warm. I think it's important to note on this kitchen too, that this is kind of a customized kitchen. So what would normally come standard with that electric stainless whirlpool range would be the microwave with the hood vent. And it looks like they pulled the microwave out and just put one of the hood vents up there.
good catch. So my client did not want the microwave up here. And she knew that all of our vents vent out of the house. So nothing vents in an attic, right? And so she said, can we get rid of the microwave and just do a nice hood? And the answer is, of course, because she said, I do a lot of cooking and I need the space. So we did what she wanted because we can do that.
Part
So
of the
go ahead.
cabinet we talked about with the custom cabinets is if somebody still wanted that microwave, we could do a custom option in for that and put it in that pantry cabinet, having a microwave cubby.
Mhm.
If you don't, I'm tall, so I hate the microwave over the oven because then it blocks my view of what I'm cooking. So that would be good for me because I'm taller, just to move that microwave over to the pantry cabinet.
That's a good point. I actually like the gourmet kitchens that we do. And gourmet kitchens, you get a 36-inch cooktop, you get a bigger oven, a nice hood above that. You get a built-in microwave and what I call a baking oven, and it's also in the wall underneath the microwave. The kitchen's a little bit different layout in each home, and then gourmet it changes just a little bit, but cost wise, it does run a little bit more. But if you like to cook, then kind of what Jen was talking about, make a bigger island, great, and do the gourmet kitchen. We also offer what I call a custom gourmet kitchen, and that's where you kind of design it yourself with us. And you will also maybe want to have your own appliances installed, and we can do that sort of thing as well.
Absolutely. We got a question from Connor. Would it
Okay.
be possible to have an unfinished basement for storage? Yes, we can do unfinished basements. It's a little bit different process than an Adair home because they're not normal. And so it kind of more goes down the custom home path to do an unfinished basement.
So on the coast, though, we do walkout basements quite a bit because of slope. And so it goes down the custom home path, which we touched on earlier. And a custom home path isn't too scary because if you came up with your own completely separate idea from anything we've ever done, and you said, I want to build this, well, we can do that. You will sit down with our design team and basically create your own house, right? They're going to build it we'll build it from scratch from our drawings. Now, is there a little extra cost for that? For a fully custom home or something with a walkout basement that we have to customize, sure, it's a $5,000 fee, but if you compare that to what a designer or an architect is going to charge, it's fairly nominal. But yeah, I think walkout basements can be very good, and they don't have to be finished. So good question, Connor.
You can do finished and unfinished.
Well, we can do 3 stories, Jen.
Oh,
I just finished with drafting on a new one going in Lincoln City, and it is it's incredibly beautiful. It's on a hill, put the garage under, then main living, and then put a bonus room with some bedrooms on top for the view. And oh, it is going to turn out so good.
can't
So
wait to.
yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Any other questions on maybe standard features or no?
When you go to turn into the utility room, one of the things to note is we do a couple different utility sink options, or if you're not really sure what you want to do with that space, we can rough in the utility sink for you so that it's ready for you down the road. You would provide washer and dryer, and then we will always put that shelf right over the top of the washer and dryer, or you have an option for cabinetry that would be considered an upgrade.
I actually on my Adair home, I put in that big cabinet, and it's so big that I now use it for storage on things that I don't need to get to too often. So it came in very handy. So I think that one thing that would be good to bring up is all the different upgrades. But before we do that, I would like to bring up that Adair builds a complete home with just standard features, if that's what you want to do. All right. Really, all you need to bring in is your refrigerator and a washer and dryer, because you're going to get a stove, a hood, microwave, let's see, a dishwasher, disposal, correct? And we're going to paint, we're going to carpet, we've got flooring, it's ready to go. That is one nice thing about Adair is you can just move in, okay? I do like to bring up that equity, depending on the area, sometimes for new or maybe first-time homeowners, going with a standard home, I think it's clever because as you live in the home, naturally it's going to go up in value, and it allows you time to do your own upgrades as you age in your home. So I guess what I do is I ask people, what's the most important thing? So Jen, what's the most important thing about building a house? Building the house, right? Anyway, so Jen, why don't you tell us about some upgrades that you think are important that or are popular?
One of the things I actually tell people to do is kind of think about all the houses they've lived in the past and the things that they really liked and what they really didn't like. So we can incorporate some of those things. Your kitchen, I think your kitchen cabinets, if you're going to put money somewhere, I would put them into your cabinets and put some deep drawers in and some pull-out shelves, because we keep our cabinets forever. I would tell you to do that. Cabinets, you can replace your countertops pretty easily, but your cabinets, having those nice features like the deep drawers or the pull-out shelves, you'll love that for the rest of your life. Very difficult to do. My other big thing,
that's a good one.
I like to make the doors a little bit wider where I can.
So we can do that too then.
We can do that too. So, and it's not a big cost to go to a 3.0 door, because if you have anybody that's on crutches or a wheelchair, or just moving your dresser in without, rocking your knuckles will go a long way. Those are things that you can do during construction. Those are things to talk to the HOC about, but I am really big into like the kitchen, the things that are just harder to change later, or we think will change and we don't change.
Like vaults. Yes. Or taller ceilings. Definitely. I think that thinking ahead that route is very, very important. Or going back to Connor's point about the unfinished basement, what a great way to add value later. It's ready to go when you are ready to do it. So think about that when you're talking with us, bring it up. Lots sometimes dictate more about the home than people realize. So maybe we should talk a little bit about what are the three basic ideas that go into building a house, Jen? There's the lot, right?
right? You have lot, well, I have site development.
Well, and the site development. So the lot, the home, and site development. And you have to put all those together to get your total budget, right? And so um, with the home, we can dial that in pretty quick, don't you think, Jen? On the
Oh,
cost.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And the lot, well, the lot's going to cost what the lot's going to cost. So that's up to you. And then site development, Jen, why don't you explain what site development is for just a moment?
So site development in the different markets is going to mean different things, but in my markets, you are looking at excavation, and know that the pricing that we show online is more based on a level lot pricing. So if you have some slope or grade to the land, there are going to be some costs incurred, not just on the house side, but on the site side. In my market, we have everything from clay to sand to the salt granite that you're building on. And you have to kind of understand under site work, under excavation, if there is rock that they have to get through, those could cause some changes in your site bids for excavation, because different tools are going to have to come in, trees coming down. I mean, there's all sorts of variables in that site area. But the site development is probably the uncontrollable cost. That's the one that we really have to do a good job at getting quotes on, because I can control the house and the land is what the land is going to be, but the site development, that is your variable. Every lot is different, whether you have to bring in a well, septic, is it gravity fed? A lot of pieces to site development.
Oh, for sure. So I think we do a really good job of wherever you're at, whether it's Arizona, Washington, Idaho, Oregon, we do a good job of helping you get the people together to get those bids, because a total project budget is what you're going to pay for the new life that you're going to be living in this home, right? So we want to try to dial that in, and I think everybody does a really good job with that. I think that that kind of swings us back to, well, is this a cash deal? Is it a financing only, or is it a cash and finance? Know your budget, and I think you should know how you're going to approach the financial end as well. A construction loan, of course, these days is a lot nicer than it used to be, because it's kind of like a all-in-one solution. It's the construction portion, and it also flips into a mortgage at the end. If you're interested in working with some nice people that you can feel comfortable with, Adair Financial does a great job with kind of going through the process and just letting you know, hey, this is what we think. It's a soft pull on your credit. You don't have to get a hard pull. That way, you can kind of shop around a little bit too if you need. But in the end, I think most of my people keep coming back to Adair Financial because they're just easy to work with. So I think that's good.
Well, and we have the amazing promotional rate right now.
We do. That's right.
No, on our pages for Adair, you're going to see amazing promotional rate that is specific to Adair and through Adair Financial. 4.875. We have not had that in, I feel like, years. And I know it hasn't been years, but I feel like it's been years.
Yeah, when those rates went up. So I don't know if we have any other questions. I know that you'll be working with one of our guests today, this week, I think. So
Yeah.
I guess those questions you'll have answered. But what'd you think of this little Winchester? It was a cute house, huh?
I think the Winchester is cute. I think they did a great job with it.
I agree. Well, Jen, thank you for spending some time with me on this today. I appreciate it. And Connor, thank you for joining us. And I would have thanked our other guests. They had to leave. So, but just make sure that you reach out to our online team and they can get us together. They'll set up the appointments, whether it's virtual or in a branch. And if you feel the urge, to stop by a branch, give a call first and pop in.
Sounds great. Thank you, Eric and Connor. I will be on the meeting with you tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. This tomorrow. All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.